Hey, what's up? My name is Ren. Welcome back to the studio. In today's video, I want to talk about how I balance my time with a full-time job and also being an artist. This is something that can create a lot of challenges, and I've worked through some of these challenges. So today, I want to share some tips on how you can do the same, because I know if I'm going through this, I know there has to be someone else going through these same challenges. I understand this economy is doing what it's doing. We gotta work, but we also have our artistic goals and the things that we want to achieve with our art journey. I faced the challenge of finding the time to pursue my art while also having other demands and other responsibilities, and I'm sure you guys have other commitments, demands, and responsibilities in life also. I can definitely feel you on how challenging it can be. I was gonna say difficult, but I don't really wanna limit myself. I wanna say challenging, because if it's a challenge, I can accept that challenge and I can work through it. My first tip for you is to prioritize your art in small increments. Making art doesn't have to take a lot of time. I know I used to try to spend massive amounts of time making art, and sometimes that can be good. Getting really deep into your art practice really isn't a bad thing. It's something that you want to do, but you want to build towards that. I also realized that making art really does not have to take up a lot of time. It can be anything from 5 minutes to 15, 20 minutes. And the ways that I have implemented this is I always keep a small sketchbook on me. So even the other day, I had this right in my bag and started doodling. Sometimes I'll go in my car. Sometimes I will find these small moments. I just call them small moments of artistic joy. I talked about this in a previous video. I was making some art after work. So prioritize your art practice in small moments. Keep a sketchbook handy, a small sketchbook, even if you can just find a piece of paper. Take a pencil, take a pen, and do some doodling. Also, I like to just keep my supplies handy. I was looking for my pencil case. I have a little case that I keep pens and pencils in, but it's probably in my bag right now. But I also have this small tin here, and in here, see, I got a bunch of crumpled up paper, and I have some art supplies because just the other day I threw this baby right in my bag with my sketchbook, and I sat outside and I made art, and it took me 5 minutes. So I encourage you to prioritize your art in small moments. That will make it more achievable. Another tip that I want to share is to build an art routine into your life right now, like right now, the life that you have right now. I know that we are all short on time. We have but so much time and so much energy. And that brings me to another, I'd say, sub-tip. Pay attention to your energy levels with the routines that you have. This is what I mean. I wrote a blog post, and I'll link it in the description below, about energy management rather than time management with pursuing your art, because art does take a lot of creative energy and creative life force, and we need that life force to drive us to make art. That's where some of the best art can come from. Why I'm saying this is pay attention to when you are most energetic. Are you a morning person? Do you feel most inspired in the morning? Are you a night owl? Pay attention to when you feel the most energy flow. And this can change sometimes depending on what's going on in your life. So take a look at your life right now, the things that you're doing right now, and pay attention to when you feel the most energized. And when is your inspiration flowing naturally to make art? That was a mouthful. The next tip that I can share with you about how to balance your time and your art journey is to let go of perfection. Let go of this idea that you have to create something perfect every time that you sit down to make art. That will decrease your frustration when you are approaching your art table. Decreasing that thing in our mind that says we have to make a masterpiece. Making art does not have to be perfect. So for example, like when I told you the other day that I had my sketchbook with me and I just wanted to make art very, very quickly, this is what I did. I just took the few tools that I had out and I did a quick sketch in my sketchbook. By no means is this perfect, but by no means did I mean it to be, because I know that the idea of making something perfect every time will really limit me in my time and the kind of art that I want to make right now in this moment. A lot of times when I'm approaching these small moments of joy, my goal really is to just funnel the inspiration that I'm feeling onto paper, right? I'm not looking to make a masterpiece. I'm just looking to get an idea down on paper. And maybe in your next art session, when you have more time, you can go back to this idea and flesh it out a bit further. My last tip is to use art as a form of self-care and relaxation. I know we all have our long to-do lists, we have our chores, we have our job, we have our responsibilities and our commitments. I want to challenge you not to put art on that to-do list, on that long list that I just went through. Use your art practice as a form of relaxation and self-care after a long day. I am a firm believer in this. I am very passionate about your art being a form of self-care and a way of coming home to your true self as an artist. That's what Home of Ren is all about. Use your art as a creative way to relax and to take care of your little artist soul. Take care of your little artist self that's inside of you that wants to make art. I am very, very passionate about this subject because I've experienced this myself. Don't make it another chore, another way of taking off a to-do list. Use it as a way to wind down at the end of a long day. I hope these tips will help you balance your full-time commitments with your art journey. Comment down below and let me know any challenges that you are facing in your art journey, and stick around for more art-related content.